Live from the No Invite Podcast. No Invite Podcast.
Bang, bang. All right, we at it again. It's your people's Blaze. The most highly rated. The most, I don't know. You get what the fuck I'm saying. It's the No Invite Podcast, episode 29. We back in this bitch. The only podcast that's giving you your fix. The only one that's really keeping you up to par. The only one, the most slept on podcast. In Big Blue Studios, we hanging out, we chilling right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to live. Shout out to everybody. It was Mother's Day yesterday. Shout out to all the mamas out there. I love you, mom. Shout out to your mama too, because I love your mama too. You feel me? Your mama. But yeah, we at it. We in here. And we still going through it. We moving around. It's the lockdown. It's been the lockdown. The lockdown's about to get lifted. And I'm in Big Blue Studios, and I'm about to get lifted too. But we moving, y'all. And every day is something new. Every day is something fucking new with this shit. I don't know if I'm living in an alternate reality. I don't know if this is a simulation, because that's kind of been a theory of mine that I've been holding on to. I don't know if we're in a simulation. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but shit is definitely fucking bizarre and weird and out of pocket and not as it should be. You know, you got motherfucking rats out here breaking the internet. And what's even more sadder than that is all the dumb fuck stupid idiots that listen to them. It's like, dear God, I don't know what time we're living in, man. I don't know what kind of morals and values people have. And I know it's pretty strange to say morals and values when it comes to rapping, but you know, there is morals and values in everything, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, people have gotten away from that. You know, people fucking confuse the fuck out of me. People want justice, but then they fucking do stupid shit. You know, they do stupid shit to other people's families, and then when something happens to their family, they want justice. I'm confused. You know, I'm confused. I don't know what part of the game it is. So, in case you've been living under a rock and you ain't already know, the rat boy got out. Tekashi, whatever. He's out now. He's been out for a while, actually. They let him out because they thought he was going to be... They were worried about COVID-19 and he was going to catch it and all that shit. And I'm like, he's a rat. Rats live through anything. But whatever the case is, they let him out. And here we go. He drops a song, which is bullshit. I thought it was trash. A lot of people thought it was trash, but a lot of people liked it, obviously, because I think the fascination with him, it ain't just that he's a rat. I think it's like, and that he's a little shit-talking motherfucker. It's the defiance, I think, is what people are attracted to. You know what I mean? They see him. They know he a bitch. They know that he ain't gonna do none of that shit he talking about. But it's like, the people that don't like it, we feed that animosity. We feed the trolls. We feed that by fucking talking shit about it. Like, for instance, me, I'm talking shit now, but I got a point. And I'm going to leave it alone after that. There really ain't going to be much to talk about after this point, because if y'all been following the show, y'all know my stance on this whole situation. You know how I feel about people telling, you know? It's stupid. People, to me, the worst motherfuckers be the one that doing the most crime, be the ones that be snitching low-key. The ones that are informants. And the reason why is because they feel like they're immune now. I mean, what am I gonna do? You know, you do something wrong, all you gotta do is tell them, motherfucker, you'll be back out. That's what their philosophy is. So it's like they probably keep telling and keep going back out and keep doing foul shit because they have no worry. There's no consequences. There's no accountability. In a system where they tell you to have accountability and telling you to man up, they have snitching. and snitching is a part of it. And that's super contradictory to what it is, because in the end, the snitch has no accountability for what he does. Tekachi's ass has embraced the whole snitching thing, and a lot of you embraced it too. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Anybody pull up slapping that shit, anybody come talk to me about what they like about him and all that shit, you're getting blocked. In real life, you might get slapped, and you're getting social media blocked. I ain't got time for that. To know that you can't hold your water against just, you know what I'm saying, taking a personal stand over some shit you know is wrong, I can't fuck with you. You're like one fucking crime away from that, from doing the same shit. So I'm good. Now, let's not get it twisted. I'm not out here committing crimes. I'm squared in a motherfucker. But at the same time, why would I want somebody with such weak moral fiber? Why would I want anybody that at any given time I know is scared to death and would throw me under the bus to save his own life? I don't move like that. Can't have it, won't have it. You know, for like I said, so for all y'all that support that shit, that listen to that shit and like that shit, you might as well turn this podcast off, because it ain't for you. This podcast is for like-minded individuals and individuals that think on a higher plane. You know, people that see the reality for what it is instead of trying to warp it to fit their own, what do you call that? Their own fucking, you know, scenario or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know, it's cool that he's a snitch until you get snitched on. Until a motherfucker tell on you and show up in court on you. Then, oh man, free a real one. Da-da-da-da. Half you motherfuckers are telling on yourselves. So I don't, it's not a mystery so much to why you like Tekashi. You have those tendencies. Every time you get on there and show your gun that you know you're not supposed to have, and you talk about shit that you know you're not supposed to talk about, you're fucking ratting on yourself. The only difference is that you ain't gonna get in trouble for ratting on yourself. You're just gonna look like an idiot. You're just gonna look like a fucking moron. Which you are. Hey, God handed out brains. He threw in a sprinkle for you. And some of us got a handful. Some of y'all got a sprinkle. It is what it is. I mean, here at the No Invite Podcast, man, we don't advocate none of that, though. We ask that you guys stay safe, stay out, fuck out the way. If you're gonna go in the street, make sure that you know how to play the games, because the rules are different, and the rules are no snitching. Does everybody follow the rules? Hell nah. You got a bunch of master splinters out here running around, and it's crazy how much sympathy that they gather up, and it's like, bro, you didn't. People forget that this man ordered a hit on somebody else and then told on the people that he ordered the hit to. So they're in prison and he's out. Tell me what kind of sense that makes. That's how you know this fucking whole system is fucked up. Tell me how they put snitching in to cause dissension amongst the people. Give them a way out, or let's turn one of them against them. You know? My attitude to the whole situation is simple. If you are going to be living that lifestyle, then you should be aware that telling is not what you want to do. Okay? It's bad for you. Like, for instance, now, all the bullshit, I don't give a fuck about the music. It's not a music review. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Sounding like a bunch of rats fucking to me. That's what it sounded like. Like somebody getting some rat pussy. That's what it sounded like to me when he was on there. But it's like, okay, he got on his little shit. I didn't watch it because, to me, honestly, I'm just going by clips. Because you scroll down Instagram, you see little clips here and there. It's hard to avoid. But as far as me tuning into his live, me going and watching his video, me posting anything about him, I'm not going to do it. You know, the most he'll get from me is some bars that I'm throwing at him on the podcast. But it's like, he was talking his shit and how about he's the king of New York and all this other shit. It's like, how you the king of New York? You can't even walk down the street. You're not the king of nothing if you can't go out there and be amongst the people. And then you're not the king is if you got fucking your address exposed and you moved. And I woke up today, that happened a day ago or two. I woke up today, they exposed his new address. That motherfucker gonna have to live out in the country, way in the fucking cuts. That's where he's gonna have to hide, in the field like rats do. Fucking field mice. So anyways, just wrap the whole Tekashi situation up, man, because I think it's ridiculous. I think that people that are supporting it and saying, oh, who should he have been loyal to? His friends snitched on him and they robbed him and all that shit. He should have been loyal to himself. Because do you know how disloyal that is, that you're putting all your family in danger now? Because you're a piece of shit. And then not only that, but you come out and you continue to talk tough and to talk crazy. You have no honor. You ain't shit. You're supposed to clean your life up. Go somewhere, sit down, raise your family. But nah. America's obsessed with this bullshit. And it just lets me know that I'm waiting for the aliens to come down, man. I'm waiting for them to show up and fucking, take me, man. Let's go, man. Let's get up out of here. Let me jump into space, Lolo, and let's ride off, bro. Because this planet is fucked up. They got their whole priorities switched around, like I said. I'm not talking about civilians. I'm not talking about somebody that ain't living that lifestyle. If y'all, whatever, play at your own risk when it comes to that, y'all, if you fucking over civilians out here, because they are going to tell on you. That's just how it goes. I don't know. It's just crazy, man. I need to holler at an OG, man. I'm gonna holler at an OG, and I mean a real OG. Someone's like in their 60s, you know what I'm saying? And I need to get the perspective from back then. Because I got the perspective, but I want y'all to hear it from someone's own words. A real OG, and it don't gotta be somebody that was in the game. I mean somebody that was out there, and was around when they still had the rules to the game and the morals and the shit that's different. See, because the more we pump this snitching shit, the more it becomes okay. And it's not okay, bro. Because Tekashi got money. If he didn't have money, I guarantee you he wouldn't be popping off like this. His money could keep him safe. I guarantee you he would not be popping off like this. The fact he got money. For all you other motherfuckers that are in the game and you want to snitch and you think you're going to come back and be like that, be careful. I know there's snitches out here running around, but be careful because everybody ain't that lucky. So anyways, fuck all that. We're going to go get off into some other shit. Fuck Tekashi. Fuck you if you listen to him. This is the No Invite Podcast. What? And since we're talking about the subject, since we're on the subject, is it me or did I call it a couple weeks ago when I said the police are still acting up and they'll whip your ass right now? And guess what? More and more videos are coming out. Now, I'm a skeptical person because I know how it is on the internet. Somebody will bring out and post an old ass video, and I've seen them do it and claim that it's a recent incident when it been happened, it's been solved or it's been over with, So I've been, I watch everything, and everything with a grain of salt because of shit like that. Because you don't know. People will do anything to spin things in their own way. See, I don't try to spin things on the No Invite. I just try to present my perspective. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Y'all could always chime in. All my fellow listeners, my followers, I appreciate y'all. There ain't too many of y'all, but there's enough. And we building momentum. I'm like the best kept secret out here. People that listen to my podcast, they really fuck with me. And the people that say they listen to it but really don't, they fuck with me to a certain extent. I deal with that all day anyways. What's the difference? To me, I know who watches it and I know who listens to it. I know who gives feedback. But, for the most part, I try not to spin shit. I just try to keep it from my perspective and down the middle as much as I can. But I told y'all I called it I feel like I'm ahead of the curve because I listen to podcasts and I watch what they're saying, but I don't really try to discuss too much of the topics that they discuss. I feel like there's enough out there information and stuff to talk about for me to put my perspective on it. Not spin, perspective. There's a difference. I'm telling you what I see from my angle. I'm not trying to spin it so that you could look at it a certain way for me. I'm not trying to spin it so that you could see it my way. I hope that everybody listening got enough common fucking sense to do shit for themselves and have their own mind and have their own opinion and don't take everything I say as law and go run out and do it. I would say that if you're going to listen to what I say, go out and ask other people. Take a check. Take a temperature check. Find out if it is what it is. Because I'm just one man and I'm just one perspective. And I could only tell you how things are from my point of view. It's up to you for you to live your own life. Go out there and see for yourself. But back to the fucking police. I told y'all. They acting up right now. Why they're acting up, I couldn't tell you. I don't even got a theory or a guess why they're acting up. But they're acting up like a motherfucker. Putting hands on people. Doing all kinds of crazy shit. Videos. Shooting people. They shot that cat that was doing the high-speed chase. Like, I get it. A high-speed chase is dangerous, right? But if the guy stops, doesn't crash, doesn't ram nobody, he stops, jumps out and run, since when is it okay for you to shoot a motherfucker? I don't understand that. That shit got me fucked up because it's like, damn, at any given time, a mistaken identity or something could happen. You could scare somebody, an innocent person, and he runs off. Does that mean it's okay for the police to shoot him? And then on top of that, is it me or is it police getting bold as fuck now? Because it's like a lot of these cases and a lot of these things, there's no accountability for them. So they don't give a fuck. They're like doing it more. Y'all gotta be careful. Please be careful out there. Unfortunately, there's ways to resist without actually resisting and giving them ammo to hurt you. You gotta be smart. You could resist with your mind. Learn the laws. If you're out there running around, or if or basic traffic laws, basic stop and search laws. Learn them so that they don't take advantage of you. Because they are like any other fucking person, any other fucking intimidator. They're gonna look at you, and based off what they know or what they think is how they're gonna treat you. If they feel like you're aware of the law, if they feel like you're in control of your emotions and you're not yelling and being irrational, they're more worried about that than they are somebody that's yelling, arguing with them, being defiant. So educate yourselves on basic laws so that they don't blur those laws and try to use them. Oh, like I pulled you over because you had no probable cause. I want to talk to your sergeant. I need your badge number and all that. I'm a motherfucker that will turn on the camera. And I'll turn it on right in their face. I am not afraid to film the police. Not because I'm going to go do something with it. It's for my protection. It's for me having some insurance that these motherfuckers see the camera, that they're going to act accordingly. Do they always do that? No. Is it all police bad? No. But at the same time, you'd be a fucking fool to think that they're all going to fucking treat you fair. That they're all going to do their job as they're supposed to. That's not how it's set up. Look around you. Like I said, pay attention to the shit that's going on. I ain't got to tell you. You can see it for yourself. So I called it, and I'm starting to feel like a prophet, or I'm just high. I'm just reaching into the frequencies of the universe, man, because I feel like I say stuff and it's like I'm not making it happen because I'm not that powerful, but I say things and I call them before they happen. And I'll give you a couple examples later on in the podcast as we progress. Right now, just want you to know I'm here for you. It's the No Invite podcast. One day we're all going to be looking back, laughing at this shit in our FEMA camps with our microchips in our skin. And we're going to be like, Buffy, remember when that shit happened? I'm being sarcastic as fuck, y'all, by the way. Shout out to Patty, 16th World, by the way. She out there, she doing what she do. I'm pretty sure, like, you guys are fucking ready for her to come back and do something on the podcast, whether it's just some commentary or a full-blown conversation with the kid. But I feel like we need Patty back soon. So whenever she's done sheltering in place and she feels comfortable, we'll have that for you. And it's like, yo, all my topics right now, all my topics feel like they're all connecting right now, because we went from a rat to the police to this video that I seen. I think it was in I want to say Honduras or something like that, but I guess the police pinched a van or a truck carrying a bunch of watermelons in it. And when they cut the watermelons open, they fucking, what's it called? They found hella weed in there. Hella weed in the watermelons. Think about it. First of all, you got to give these motherfuckers credit, because it's like, how genius is that? Who the fuck came up with the idea that we're going to gut watermelons, we're going to load weed in them bitches, and then we're going to fucking transport them? Whoever came up with that, fucking genius. The problem was, you told too many people. See, it was out there in Latin America, so I wouldn't doubt it that somehow they were Tekashi's friends. Conspiracy time! Well, you know, Tekashi's a rat, and rats do anything to survive. So the rats and the police work hand in hand. Together they work together to wipe out, you know what I'm saying, the real man and the real woman. So the rats and the police, and then boom, what do they want to do? They want to wipe out the real man. What do they go for first? They go for first the weed. They know, take their weed away, they'll get restless, they'll start acting up. Then we'll hit them where it really hurts. That's my conspiracy, y'all. And now that right there is my spin, and I don't give a fuck, because I'm also being sarcastic than a motherfucker. So if y'all that whatever, this is the known vibe, bro. I'll contradict myself 10 times on a podcast and not give two fucks about it. But yeah, shout out to the guys that tried. Hopefully nobody got caught. It's a victimless crime. It's just marijuana. The rest of the world needs to catch up. We've been on this shit. Cheech and Chong been out there. I was raised by them. You feel me? Weed ain't hurt nobody. Half the motherfuckers out here arresting people smoke weed. That's why I be like, fuck y'all. All of y'all. Stay woke, y'all. That's all I got to say. I wanted to stop real quick. Drop some Mother's Day love. Shout out to all the mamas out there. All the mamas, grandmamas, even, you know, a lot of people be like, oh, like, I ain't gonna lie, I be kind of annoyed sometimes too, when people be like with, for instance, women, they want to give themselves props on Father's Day and shit. I don't like that when guys do that for Mother's Day. Like, I've been there for my kid, and when the mom wasn't, I don't like that. It's not for you. You got your own day already. Let the mamas live. And if the mom wasn't a mom and she was a piece of shit and didn't take care of kids, then don't say nothing to her. This don't count for her. But I hate when motherfuckers in there, and I don't see too many men do it, unfortunately, but I hate when women get on there and do that fucking shit. It's like, bro, you're just a mom. You can never be the dad, which is okay, because if you could be the dad, then you wouldn't need a dad. Then there wouldn't be no reason for you to even bring up what you were doing. We get it. You're an independent mother. You're strong. You're angry. Your child is your universe. But you're the mom. You have your day. All the Mother's Day, all the moms that got their props on Mother's Days, I'm sure they were fucking more than deserving. Am I gonna downplay your importance to this whole fucking thing? Hell no. I'm a firm believer that the woman is and always will be more important to the child than the father. The only reason why is because the mom actually incubates the life. you're cooking in your mama. You feel me? Your mom got the pot in the stove, literally. And you're in there brewing and bubbling up. So that bond that you have with your mama is irreplaceable. As a father, I know this. So I do my best to solidify my bond with my son. But as a father, I can't be his mama. Just like all these moms talking about, I'm a dad, I do this. No, you're not. Because all you strong, independent women that say the same, that shit, they also say, I don't know how to teach my son how to, they don't know how to have that talk with him. They don't know about teaching him to piss and all the other crazy shit. It's like, yo, I understand that. I'm not down talking women or moms, period, because like I said, mom's the most important thing. I'm down talking those women that choose a day to down talk their child's father, no matter what the status is with him, no matter if he was the biggest piece of shit on earth. It's like, why emphasize that on a day when it's supposed to be about you? It's already about you. On Mother's Day. So Father's Day, why would you emphasize that and go and try to be like, I'm a dad too? It's like you're not a dad. And if his dad ain't a dad, that's who the fuck's problem is that? That's his problem, because he's gonna feel guilty later. It's gonna eat him up inside. He's gonna be creeping around when the child's like grown, 25, 30 years old, trying to get good back with their kids. Believe me, I know. I was raised by my mama. So I know the importance of a woman and a mother. But there is no importance in using Father's Day or Mother's Day, because this could very well go for the fathers too, because I see a lot of dads that have their kids, custody of their kids, and take care of their kids, and which is always honorable and commendable. It's how it should be. No matter what parent you are, if the responsibility is solely yours, then handle it. But like, this is not don't use Mother's Day as a time to bash these no good moms that ain't in their child's life, man. If your kids want to give you something and call you mom and do the Mother's Day thing for you, that's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and tell your kids what to do. But don't be over there on Instagram with the little fake post and throwing little jabs at you. It's like, y'all look like clowns, bro. You look bozo. Stop jabbing. At the end of the day, that's your kid's parent. You bashing them on the internet. What are you doing it for? For likes? For retweets? At the end of the day, your kid's going to grow up, and he's going to have to listen to that. You really want to hear him? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can I say it? It's like as time goes on, some things remain constant, some things change. And sometimes the lines of how things happen will blur a little bit. You don't want your kid to look back and be like, damn, was my dad the reason my mom didn't come around? Was my dad that bad of a person? So don't use these time. Give props to the mamas. If you're a real mother, handle your business. Fellas, fathers, our day's coming. And I'm going to say the same shit, because I've seen a lot of women do all the time. You're not the mom. You're not the dad. You're the fucking mom. And you're not the fucking mom. You're the dad. Relax. Let people have their day. Y'all with the petty shit, there's a wonder why y'all didn't fucking get along. But bullshit to the left. I wanted to send love to the mamas, the real mamas, my mama, your mama, everyone's mama. It was yesterday, of course. But you know what? If you have your mother in your life, you are very fortunate. And, if you don't have her in your life, I send my prayers, It is what it is. This is the No Invite Podcast. It's Blaze. We're moving and grooving. And this, look, I don't know. This week 20, I want to say 29. 28, 29. I don't fucking know anymore. I want to say 29. It's getting to the point where, like, I'm like itching to do something new. Like, I want to give y'all some whole new vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do for y'all. I want to give y'all a whole new vibe. I want to give y'all something. I'm hoping Patty is going to be down to do these, real soon. Because I want to give y'all something different. I'm damn near going to start doing shit on Patreon so y'all could actually see what I do on a daily. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about paying, but I mean, anything that I would do would be worth paying for. Just know that. And shout out, we in Big Blue Studio right now, so if you hear people pulling up and shit, it's because that's what the fuck people do. They pull up. Shout out to everybody out there that keeps supporting and keeps handling. We're gonna go ahead and pay some bills real quick, then we'll be back. What's happening, y'all? It's about that time. I don't know when they're going to let us out, but they're going to let us out soon. So y'all better be fresh. And if you're not fresh, you need to go get fresh, because a lot of people going to be staring at you. They're going to be wondering what the fuck you was going to do. Who knows, that chick that maybe wanted to slide you some ass is going to be like, was probably while y'all were quarantined, like, I should have did it. I should have did it. And now when she sees you, she might just want to throw it to you. You're going to need to be fresh. So I suggest that you get your kick game right by going to Saints Kicks, 650 Port Chicago Highway, West Pittsburgh, California, or you can find them on Instagram at Saints_Kicks. It specializes in Yeezys, Jordans, and all kinds of street brands and apparel. Make sure you tap in with him. Tell him Blaze from the No Invite podcast sent you. This is where you learned about it, so he knows that his advertisement is working. And let's get it together, y'all. I get my shoes from there. If you see me 9 times out of 10, my feet are dipped. If you don't know what that is, go look it up in your Urban Dictionary, because I got sauce. What's happening? Saints Kicks. Saints_Kicks on Instagram. You can scroll down, look at all his inventory, check him out, tell him I sent you, holla at the peoples. This No Invite podcast on Blaze. Alright, so we got that out the way. I wanted to give a quick little perspective. I'm really starting to feel like this corona shit was fake. And I know people are gonna kill me over it, and they're gonna talk shit about me, and they're gonna say whatever. I'm insensitive because I know that people had passed away, and I'm not saying that they didn't pass away from something. But what I'm saying is that this is what, look, it's just the strangest shit ever. It's just the strangest kind of virus. It's the strangest kind of situation that we're in. Once again, I'm gonna put my conspiracy hat on. So I really think that corona is fake, and it's really the common flu. And people die from it all the time. The only difference is that we don't emphasize it. It's not always on TV. It's not always in the media and on the radio. And they don't quarantine us whenever the flu is floating around during flu season. They just call it flu season. I really feel like it's fake for certain reasons, or they're pushing this whole, whoever's pushing this whole, we want to make it more realer than it is, because Tanzania got a bunch of testing kits, and I thought this was genius. The president of Tanzania ordered a bunch of testing kits from the United States to test for coronavirus. First thing he did when he got them, he said, go make sure these are correct. So they went out and they tested a few things. Tested a human, tested a goat, and they tested a fruit. And all 3 of those motherfuckers came back positive. Now, it could be just something simple as bad manufacturing, or the company that made them don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just try to make a quick buck. Or it could be something else. Pay attention is all I'm saying, y'all. It's no wonder that there's more and more UFO sightings than there ever has been. And I'm a UFO believer. So it's like, what they keeping us in the house for? I'm thinking it's aliens. My money's on aliens. I don't know what y'all... Let me know what y'all think. What's y'all money on? What's your money on? Is it aliens? Is it... I don't subscribe to the whole they're gonna put us in camps and all that other bullshit, because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, these fucking rich motherfuckers ain't going out to pick their own fruit. They ain't going out to clean their own fucking house. They're not doing none of that. So they're always gonna need people. Could there be population control? Maybe. Who the fuck knows? At this point, nothing surprises me. At this point, nothing should surprise any of us. Because ain't one of you motherfuckers that ever lived through some shit like this before. So this is a groundbreaking moment, because we are all going through something that we have never experienced for the first time. As a world, collective. The world is healing itself. Once again, there's more and more, how do you say? There's more and more evidence showing that the world has healed itself. I seen a post from a credible, well, I use the word credible loosely, from an account that's, about weather and news and information and shit like that. And apparently, one of the biggest holes in the ozone layer has repaired itself. It has closed up. So in order for this whole shit to really work, if it was a conspiracy for whatever reason, at least the big governments, not the smaller ones, because we could obviously Tanzania exposed it, just put it out there, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like, yeah, so what was I saying? I got cut off. I had some shit. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. It be life sometimes that move around. But anyways, so my conspiracy, what if the earth was on the brink of calamity and catastrophe, and we were fucking it up, and we were fucking the world too hard for so long that it was ready to let off some major shit, and the powers that be were like, let's cause something to get everybody the fuck off the road and to stop using all these fucking factories and burning up all these emissions, and let's get everybody inside and let the world heal itself, because the world is a living thing and an organism that's alive. And I've been saying it for years. I be feeling like the human beings are the parasites, and we're the fucking scum of the earth, and because all we do is take, all we do is consume, and all we do is fuck shit up and cause wars, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we're all bad, but at the same time, are we really that good? We're like that dog that can't stop shitting where he sleeps at. It's like, you fucking know we gotta live here, and you probably, all these motherfuckers with the mentality like, who gives a shit? I won't be alive to see it. But these are the same motherfuckers that have kids. So it's like, what kind of world are you leaving for your child? That's the human race right there. There's a lot of good in us, and there's a lot of potential and a possibility for us to be something great, not only to this planet, but to ourselves. But we're too busy fucking it over, fighting for toilet paper, shooting people because of the color of their skin, starving people out, with classes and shit. I'm not saying give your fucking money to everyone. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that human beings need a wake up. So that's that theory. That's a theory. You know what I'm saying? That's my conspiracy theory. Blaze. No invite. What, ho? And then that's one. But the one I subscribe to is that the powers that be concocted this whole fucking pandemic that's really the flu, the common flu, but they put so much emphasis on it that they scared everybody, and they had enough people afraid to where they could actually keep them indoors, so that the aliens that were going to come down and check the humans to see if we had our shit together, if we had our people in line, flew down undetected, was coasting right now higher than a motherfucking a giraffe pussy in the sky, floating. That's what I subscribe to. See, so this tells you right here, this is why you shouldn't take everything that I say as law. Take it with a grain of salt, man. This is game plus information plus entertainment. My conspiracy theory involves a lot of significant layers. So much so that if I was to continue to talk about them, I would start accumulating that little white foam at the edge of my mouth, like a lot of these Facebook professionals do. You know, the ones that told you that 5G was gonna fuck you up. Shit like that. Now, am I saying that 5G is good for you? No, I don't know. I take that, with that information, I take it and I put it in, I put it on the shelf in my brain. I'll be like, okay, it's there. Not exactly sure if I'm gonna ever use it, but you know, it's there. So when I walk by and shit starts to make sense, I look up at the shelf and I'm like, okay, yeah. But I take it all with a grain of salt, y'all. That's all you can do. That's all you should do. See, because I'm a conspiracy theorist too. But I'm like on some other shit. You know, I'm like on a global thing. And it's entertaining to me. It's fantasy, to be real with you. I mean, I could be spot on. I could be fucking dead wrong. I don't fucking know. It's just, it's as humans, that's what the fuck we do. We try to rationalize our situation, especially when something happens that is out of our control. We try to spin it to give us a peace of mind. And maybe sometimes it's not spinning it. Maybe you're spot on. But no one really fucking knows until you fucking know. And if you don't know, now you know. Feel me? It's just me, by myself, Big Blue Studios, Blaze, No Invite Podcast, giving you my perspective. I hope y'all enjoying it. I know I turned the juice up a little bit. I was a little bit, you know what I'm saying, chill. But that's how I get when we talking about conspiracies. You feel me? We talk about aliens all day. What do alien pussy feel like? What do aliens smoke? They be high as fuck. What is it that they smoking that makes them so high? That they're in the sky. That they're in the solar system. You dig? Shit like that. Smoke a joint with me and we'll fucking levitate out this bitch on a higher field and plane of consciousness where we'll discuss things on a spiritual and universal level. You dig? It's really real. Big Blue Studios, Blaze, No Invite Podcast. We're moving and grooving like we always do. Make sure that y'all tap in. Make sure you guys check out the RiBirth Media Films. That's the YouTube channel where you can find all the episodes. Plus, we do every now and then we do visual content. You know, I mean, I'm doing the best I can. You feel me? So any young videographers that want to come get down with the No Invite Podcast, go to no_invite_podcast on Instagram. Slide in the DM. Let me see what you're doing. Let's team build. Let's work together. I pay for all my services. So as long as the payment's right for the work and we could come up and agree on certain things, because I'm a person of punctuality. I need shit done when you say it's going to be done. Don't tell me it's going to be done and then you see me like a week. You give me bullshit for like a week or even longer, because I'm never going to fuck with you. You'll never get my fucking business again. But if you bought your word and you keep it there, and you know, there's grace periods. Oh, you know what? Give me another day, bro. I got to touch this up, or I got to do this. Handle your business. But usually that goes for, don't do that on your first time. For all y'all businessmen out there, this goes for anything. Don't ever do that shit. That's bad business for you. It makes your brand look bad. You know, do the best you can. Certain situations, circumstances will happen, and it is what it is. But for the most part, you doing a service for somebody, they pay you up front, their money up front. They trust you with their money. You give them a date. That's part of the decision that's gonna help them decide whether or not they're even gonna make this purchase and get this shit from you. So don't tell them a date and then don't have it, or not communicate. Or shit like that. Be a business person. You want people to pay for your brand and your shit. I don't give a fuck if you've been established or you just starting off. That's a tip for you. That's a tip that'll always get you money and return customers. Because I don't want nothing more. I don't want nothing less than what I pay for. I come to you with my business, and I do that a lot because I work with a lot of up and coming businesses. So a lot of people, I always like to put my money in their hand. If my little neighbor down the street washing and detailing cars and he does us a good job at it, I'm gonna shoot him that money. He may not be perfect, you know, but you know what though? He up and coming. He about his business. I'd rather give him my money before I give it to somebody I don't know. That's just how I am. And if I have to give it to somebody I don't know, I will, because I will. At the same time, I'm not gonna just do business with somebody because I know them, but their business is trash. They don't honor their times, or they're not giving you what they say. I would rather go spend my money with somebody where I know where I'm gonna get what the fuck I pay for. So if you could be a small business and be about your paper and be about your word, then shit, you're winning, because you're gonna get my money for sure. You know? This the No Invite podcast, baby, and we all about business. We all about moving and grooving. I think we're gonna have merch pretty soon. We're gonna have No Invite podcast shirts. I had a very talented graphic artist. You know what I'm saying? Come up with a whole new logo for me. So shout out to him. Shout out to Nick Graphics. You know what I'm saying? So we working, y'all. We working. Nico Graphics, appreciate it, man. What's it called? And we moving and grooving. It's the No Invite, baby. It's the No Invite. And look, like I said, remember I told y'all earlier, I be predicting and a lot of shit that I wanted to see. And a few episodes back, maybe like 3 or 4 episodes back, maybe even farther, I was talking about the versus battles where people are legendary artists are going online live and they're fucking battling each other. You know, Teddy Riley and battled I forgot who, and you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people. You know, a lot of famous people battled each other. And I was like, those are cool and they were breaking records on the internet, but that's not really what I want to that's not really my thing. Like, I love those songs. I would, you know what I mean? But really what I want to see, because I didn't watch a lot of them, I'll keep it real with you, but I'm not to down talk them. They're pretty dope though, from what I heard. But what I want to see, and I said it like about 3 or 4 episodes back, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know, but I know it wasn't like my last 2 episodes for sure. It's a blur, y'all, you know, smoke a lot of weed and do other shit. But I said I wanted to see a comedian battle. I was like, forget that legends battle each other with their songs. I want to see a roasting battle. Give me Kevin Hart and fucking Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Titans, you know what I'm saying? And it's happened. It just happened. Literally, it was Kevin Hart and Affion Crockett from Wildin' Out and shit. I didn't get to watch it. I seen the clip of it though. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because it was live. But that's the shit I wanted to see. And why the fuck did I bring this up? No, it's not because I'm high, because I am high. But that's not why I brought it up. I brought it up because I fucking called it. No Invite podcast. For all y'all that doubt my credibility in this shit, for all y'all that think I am not in tune with what the fuck is going on, go back and look at my motherfucking episodes. There's a lot of shit I spoke on it, and it has the dates and everything. So I'm cemented. And I've been weekly with my shit. I've been calling this shit. I called about the police acting up more, and I said it, and I said it a few weeks ago, and then boom, 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 hella more videos are coming out of recent forms of police brutality. And I told y'all, be smooth, try not to get into no shit, because they're gonna whip your fucking ass. I said that. That's not verbatim. I actually gave a better breakdown of what it is, but that was one. You know what I'm saying? I called that. I called the comedian battle. There's a few things I called, y'all. I mean, I'm not sitting here fucking stroking my shit, you know, I'm trying to be an egomaniac or nothing. I'm just saying, fuck with your boy, because your boy is on the cutting edge. Just like you and everybody else, we are the culture. People from the culture make art, music, stuff for us to talk about, but really they draw that inspiration from everyday life and the shit that you and me go through. All these artists, no matter how long they've been out, they're a human being. And either they got friends or they lived it. They know what it's like to have been a time where they didn't have this, where they struggled, where they had a broken heart. So we are the culture, and we are, you know, we are as important, if not the most important thing. We are a commodity, and we should always remember that. Anyways, it's No Invite podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm Blaze. And I'm doing what I always do. Trying to sit here and give y'all some bars. Now that we got all that shit out the way, I want y'all to keep it moist. Make sure you guys do everything you're supposed to do. Wash your hands, wash your ass, brush your teeth before you put that mask on. Thank God for the mask though, I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't gotta smell a lot of y'all breath. You know, we got that double layer of protection. We got your mask blocking most of your breath, and then my mask blocking remnants of whatever left of that breath. And I know some of y'all got some harsh breath that you could smell anything. So, I mean, we all do what we can, right? But it's the No Invite Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. Check us out on SoundCloud, No Invite Podcast. YouTube, RiBirth Media Films, RiBirth with a RiBirth and Media Films, Films with a Z. We rule. We do this. This is what we does. We does all that. Ask your bitch. She's up to par. She gets notifications on what we do. And with that, we out. Y'all stay safe.
Now these haters, they won't even let my balls breathe. Fam will switch it up and blame you, but it's all G. Remain a giant to these small things.
Follow the No Invite Podcast on Instagram. No_invite_podcast.